In the past few weeks, the event weeks for GTA Online have been feeling rather random. One week we go without anything at all and basically just get the bare minimum of a few modes and like 3 vehicles on discount. Then the next week we get a limited time vehicle and wonder, why is this mediocre vehicle a limited time vehicle? It's not that special, it has nothing to do with any of the events currently going on, and no holiday, no nothing. Why is this limited time except for FOMO? That's a separate video entirely that I've already done. And then the week after they decide, you know what, here is half of the dripfeed all in one go. What? All while there's barely anything double cash or discounted. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Event weeks as a whole have really been lacking any sort of excitement, content, or reason to log on. I just don't really understand why Rockstar is seemingly yet so clueless of how to run a live service game after nearly 10 years of GTA Online existing. It just almost feels like they've given up and actively want people to walk away from the game. And it's not the first time that this has happened either, because every single time around, I guess mostly this period of time when there isn't really any sort of new DLC, nor is there really anything on the horizon, they're just kind of like, you know, we'll get the player base back whenever there's something new releasing for the game. And the only time nowadays that the new event weeks are seemingly any sort of remotely interesting is when there is a new month in GTA Plus. I know, shocker. There's no consistency with the event weeks at all. We go from a week with 15 vehicles on discount to the next one having 4 on discount, 4 game modes being double cash to an adversary mode and a handshake. From unlocking 6 different clothing items to a thank you message for not installing the game yet. I know you can't have a banger event week every single week, and nor really should there be, because, you know, that's just simply impossible. And also, it would kind of just become the normal, and if something just becomes the same all the time and every single time it's a banger, then I guess if it's a bit of a lesser week, you know, people are like, you know, what the hell is this? Then again, people are never satisfied, generally speaking, if the event week doesn't include a business or a heist being double cash. Most people just write it off as being a trash week, which I don't necessarily agree with, because I mean there is so much stuff that can be double cash and hasn't been double cash for a long time, like TDMs, captures, last team standings, and who knows what else. Like, where are the themes within the event weeks? Like, what's stopping them from having like a tuner week or an agency week? Like, I'm not saying that with an agency week we should have like everything double cash NRP related to the agency. No, you could have a select thing. For example, you can have the payphone missions pay out a little bit more, and then for discounts you can go with some of the vehicles from the contract DLC. Slap a discount on the agency so the people can also go and buy it, so they can actually enjoy the content if they wish to do so. And there you go, you have an event week that makes sense. Instead of what we kind of have now, which is a bunch of randomly thrown together events. Often I see a CEO office being discounted and then there's nothing in terms of bonus money that is related to that building, which kind of makes you wonder, why should I invest into this building now? Because do I buy a CEO office to then maybe get like some bonus cash within the next 3 months? It doesn't really make much sense, right? So it's like, is there really a point in doing so? Sure, it's still worthwhile to own a CEO office and you can still do the things and you can still make some money, but it's more of an incentive to see something on discount and then immediately be able to utilize it to get your money back, or be able to use it in an event that will give you a good impression because there is more money to be earned. Like, if I look at someone like myself who's been playing the game for a long time, literally since day one. I'm sure many of you who are watching this are in the exact same ship. Event weeks for us really are a reason to hop on the game or just completely stay off it. The amount of times that there's something new and exciting going on, like, oh hey, I'm actually really looking forward to check out the new community jobs, or I'm looking forward to replay an old game mode I haven't done for a while, or more recently, I'm gonna refill my entire hangar because they are permanently increasing the payout for it. Stuff like that just makes people like us, and I'm sure newer players, a reason to hop onto the game and explore or re-explore that old thing. And yes, there should definitely still be mixed weeks as well, with like, you know, basically kind of randomized stuff that makes sense, because obviously a week like that will appeal to as many people as possible. But you know, at the very least, could we like have some consistency with the amount of stuff that's on discount and is double cash, especially when Rockstar decides to dump half a DLC just out of nowhere after weeks of literal crumbs of content, where the game just simply is going to need content and events that is going to give people an interest into hopping onto the game. Because right now what I'm seeing is more and more comments on event week videos like, here is another event week that is lackluster, and back to Hogwarts Legacy for me, or back to this game for me, or back to I'm just kidding, Forspoken is dog shit. There's plenty of content in the game that often just still gets forgotten about, and in the case of vaulting modes that can be brought back, there's another thing that you can do as well, like bring back Rhino War. I'm just kidding, that's also a dog shit game mode. Just slap some quad money bonus on something that hasn't been around for a while, and with that give people a reason to go back to experience that old thing one more time. Or if you're a new player, which I mean, let's be honest, if you ever played any sort of contact missions or heist or anything like that, you would know every single day there are still new people coming in and to check out the game for the first time or come back after a long time, because GTA Online is at that age where people might have played the game for the last time in 2015 and now suddenly decide, oh hey, that game still exists, it has a new version, let me go and check it out. It shouldn't really be a matter of shark cards and people earning too much money when you can also just put some more figures on sale. Yeah, I said it. More vehicles on sale will probably also lead to more people getting into that FOMO hype and then buy up a shark card to get that discounted sale. Because let's be honest about adversary modes, even though they're like quad cash or triple cash, you're not really going to be making any sort of I'm going to buy 5 new vehicles type of money in 1 week. Unless you happen to have a week off where you're going to be doing nothing but play GTA Online. So, you know, it makes more sense if you're going to have better incentives to play the game, then also have more vehicles on discount, so you have more reason for people to play the game for longer, or also potentially dip into the shark card sales. I'm not trying to encourage shark card sales here, by the way, I'm just simply trying to make it sense from both sides, the players as well as Rockstar, the business, who is obviously trying to have people go like, oh my god, there's a vehicle on discount for $1 million and I don't have it, let me spend $10 on a shark card. You know, that's kind of at the end of the day what these event weeks are for as well, creating stuff that people want to hop in the game for and then potentially start dipping into their pockets a little bit. But overall, it's just very weird with what's going on with GTA Online lately. They seem to be kind of lost with the game and not really sure what direction they want to take it in. I mean, do they want to go pure bare minimum and release a crumb of content here and there, and when they do release a new vehicle, make it limited time for a week so everyone goes nuts? Or do they want to just dump basically half a DLC on us in one go, and then for the remaining 6 months we're not going to have anything at all? It's just very strange, because now we're effectively just left with 0 new content still to come. All we have left now is the gang convoys and part 2 of the story missions, which many would argue, I mean everyone would argue, should have been in the game from the very start. And guess what? After that, well, I'll see you in July for the new quote-unquote DLC. I would suggest as a baseline to have at the very least 2 game modes on double or triple cash. If they are adversary mode, definitely make them at least triple. Because, you know, the payouts are still god-awful and they have a bad reputation. Try to have at least 8 vehicles on discounts and, you know, if possible, have it make sense with the event week itself. Let's say, for example, it's a stunt races week. You discount all the 3 original downforce cars that were released with that DLC, the RE7B, ETR1, and the Tyrus. And then throw some other cars in there that might fit the stunt races or stunt vibe as a whole, like the slam truck or the trophy truck or anything along those lines. And I know some of you are gonna look at that suggestion and be like, but, you know, why can we not have a business or a highest double cash NRP every single week? And let's be honest, like that's not realistic. It's also not healthy for the game, because the only thing that really is going to do if there's going to be double cash on heist and businesses every single week is basically just going to change the game as a whole, for the simple reason that everyone will have so much money that Rockstar might have to increase the prices again, because or else they won't be able to feed their bottom line, however many $billion that is. Regardless, those are some of my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and if you like what you see on the channel, become a member like Chloe, KFC Chicken, Not Fatigue, and GTA Plus. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later.